Hello, welcome back to Rabbits Forever. So today, the babies were separated from Mama. This isn't their dad, but this is a buck that I just purchased. Absolutely gorgeous show buck. And I want to show you what happens when you put the babies in with a buck or with another rabbit in general. And yes, my buck does have a small dewlap coming on. He also has very bad butt fluff, which you can kind of see. But, so how rabbits state territory and all that stuff, he's going to mount these babies, which yes is stressful, and I'll explain a little bit later why I put the babies in with a buck instead of just in their own cage. But I'll do that at a later date instead of right now, because right now I'm hoping that he's going to mount her. They kind of stop all activity as soon as I open the doors because they know that I don't appreciate this, but obviously this is just how they act. But so he has been mounting her, and I can see it, but you can't really see it from the video on the camera, but her fur's kind of messed up. And it's just the way they state dominance. Not only that, but these are all does. Well, these two, I say all, but there were only two in the entire litter that were does. And if you breed rabbits, that always happens. Don't ask me why, but it does. We all get a little salty over that. Because if you want a buck, you get all does. If you want a doe, you get all bucks. But so I'll start covering why I put the babies in with the bucks. And all the other babies are down here with Spotless, which is the dad of this litter, and will be the dad of the next litter. And some people might actually get really angry at me for saying this, but these babies are only about 5.5 weeks old right now. Typically, I would leave them in with mom until about 6 weeks and then put them in with dad. And again, a lot of breeders may get angry at me for this, or pet owners, and that is why I actually put them in with dad. Because I completely agree with why they're so angry at me. Is because I agree babies should not be weaned off their moms until about 8 weeks old. Or they should not be weaned away from another animal, because that's the number one time for them to be learning how to be a rabbit, how to be social, how to be all of that. And it's very important for them to learn that stuff. Well, Mama up there is a butthead and has been biting her babies right now. So that's the number one reason why I removed these kits, because this little girl right up front, she actually has a little scar on her butt, or not scar, but scab on her butt right now, because Mama bit her. And the babies haven't been screaming or making any noises like that. I've worked with them about every day, and that's why I started removing them, because she's not the only one who has that. Because, that could just be an accident or something like that happened between its siblings, not just mom. Oh, excuse me, sorry. But she's not the only one who's had that, and I've also noticed mom nipping them and chasing them around the cage. Not like that, because he's just nuzzling them, but she's actually jumping at them and nipping them. He's actually being a very sweet boy, and that's why I actually put them in with dads, or bucks in general, at about 6 weeks. Because it gives me time to rebreed Mama up here, which she's actually supposed to have a litter again here in about a week and a half, which puts her about 6.5 weeks to 7 weeks in between litters. Or in between kindlings, I should say, not litters. But it makes it to where I can rebreed the does really fast, especially if they're in condition and ready to breed again, which she definitely was. I could have rebred her as soon as she kindled, because she was still in gorgeous condition. I don't think she lost any flesh or anything like that, because when she kindled, she handled it really well. But I still waited a bit to, let her get back to normal. But back to the reason why I put them with dads or bucks, because the babies, like I said, it's the number one time for them to be learning behaviors and how to just be a rabbit, which doesn't sound like a lot, but any breeder will tell you that it really is, because they don't know how to do anything. They really don't. They were born and then they're here. They don't know what's going on. They don't know how to be around other rabbits or other animals. They don't know what noises mean. They don't know when a hand comes at them what to do. And their parents tend to teach them how to do that. How to eat, how to just overall be a rabbit or be an animal. See, he's mounting this one right here. He knows that they can't breed, but that's just what his instinct tells him, is to, hey, it's another bunny in my cage, so I'm gonna mount it. So, but back to the bucks. It just tells them how to be a rabbit, and typically bucks are the nicest rabbits you'll ever own. Does are typically very aggressive, very mean, very nippy. I mean, every doe is different, every breed is different. Not everything's the same. So you could have a doe or had a doe who's absolutely perfect and wonderful. I have had a doe that way, but most of my does typically tend to be nippy, tend to be standoffish. They don't really like to be loved on. They don't really like your presence there. But bucks, on the other hand, are cuddly. They're love bugs. They just want to be held, kissed, and loved on. And again, not every rabbit's the same. I've had bucks that don't like anything. Ooh, you're gonna push her right out. But typically, especially this boy, he's still getting used to me and everything, but he's a pretty nice boy. He's really relaxed, really calm. And that's what I want to teach the babies. So that's why I put them in with dads. And him down there, he's just a massive love bug. All he wants is pets and cuddles. But that's why I put them in the cages with the bucks. I separated these guys so that way I know which ones are does and which ones are bucks, and I can kind of evaluate them as they grow older, which ones I want to sell early or which ones I want to keep a hold of to rebreed or keep as show stock. But yeah, that's a quick explanation on separating the babies and why I do it this way. And just to sum it up, I do it this way just because it still allows them that learning time with another rabbit, but it teaches them behaviors that she definitely does not have to teach, because she's a little brat sometimes. I mean, she's sweet, but she's a brat. We all have a doe like that, but that's why I put them in with the bucks. And I would not separate them to be alone at this age, because it can cause a lot of issues, not only right now, but further in the future. And that's the same with dogs, cats. I mean, if you talk to any breeder of any animal, they're basically going to tell you the same thing, is that keeping them with mama or socializing them with animals of the same breed or not same breed, but same species or different species is going to allow them to develop a lot further than if you took them away from their mom or dad or that species right then and there at such a young age. But yeah, I won't be removing these guys until at least 8 weeks. I don't actually have a spare cage, so they are going to be staying in with these bucks until they're sold. So that can be anywhere between 8 and 10 weeks. But yeah, that's kind of a reason why I do it this way, and sums up how or what to do when you're weaning your kits, or at about what ages you should do it at. And if you do it this way, it provides the benefit of you're able to rebreed mom a lot faster than what you would be able to, because you don't want these kits in the cage with brand new kits, because it could just cause issues. Not that I'm saying these guys will eat the kits, but mama could tend to be more stressed because she's not only taking care of these kits, but she's also taking care of brand new newborns. So it gives mama a good chance to just relax and take care of the kits that need the most attention right away. But yeah, well, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.